Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my new year, new start. Today is actually January 1st. I meant to record this yesterday just to pre-record it and be able to edit and stuff. That didn't happen. So we are here very early on January 1st. I hope everyone had a good New Year's Eve. Looking forward to having a great 2018. So I have alluded to this in many videos that I've just recorded and that you guys have seen, maybe you've seen. So what am I going to be stitching as my new year, new start? Dun, 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 dun! Of course, are you kidding me right now? The hands-on design, Let It Snow Bungalow. I am going to do both pieces. Okay. Love these designs, and when I saw this, I knew I wanted it to be my new year, new start. So here are the floss colors. I bought all of the over-dyed threads, hand-dyed threads. Weeks Dye Works, Gast, and one DMC. DMC 721 for the snowmen's noses. And then Weeks Dye Works Pepperoncini. Chalk, of course, Gast Chalk. Gast Huckleberry. Weeks Dye Works Capri, which is a beautiful color too. Weeks Dye Works Turkish Red, which is another beautiful color. And Weeks Dye Works Galvanized. So it's only 7 colors all together, and the colors are used for both pieces. The fabric. And you guys know I like to go outside the box for my fabric. And while I love the chalkboard fabric that I have been using for the hands-on design year in chalk, the little ones, I wanted to do something different. So what I'm going to be stitching mine on is Fiberlicious 28 count Lugana in Midnight Splendor. Yeah, I think it's gonna look great. I put the floss up against this. Let me fold it in half. I put the floss up against this. There, you can see it better now. Oh my God, it's gonna look so good. And it's gonna look really, really good. Yeah, I said that right. Yeah. So, here is the best part about this project. You guys know Priscilla bought a frame from Hobby Lobby for her both pieces. I bought the same frame. And here is my final. First, okay, before I even show you, here is a picture of the actual frame from Hobby Lobby's website. Okay, here is my final product because I don't know if you guys are even going to be able to see the whole thing. Okay, yeah, it's hard to show. Okay, the piece from Hobby Lobby, the frame, there was a piece of twine here with like little clothespins. My husband cut that off. Let me try to scoot this back. And maybe I can then show the whole, yeah. Oh my God, it looks good, doesn't it? Okay, story time, because holy hell, getting the frame to this point, pain in my aim. So, when I bought the frame, I'm not gonna be able to hold this up the whole time. When I can do this though. When I bought the frame, actually, I'm being an idiot. Okay, when I bought the frame, I came home. First of all, I got it for 50% off at Hobby Lobby, which was awesome. So it's normally $24.99. I got it for $12.49. When I got it home, I said to my husband, can you help me paint this? Can you help me get this ready? Because I wanted to do it like Priscilla. And he said, well, why do you want to copy her? Because she's awesome, that's why. Because I don't consider it copying. We all get ideas from each other. I knew I wanted to finish this like that, where the winter goes up here, the smaller design, and the bigger design goes down here. Okay. So he was like, yeah, that's fine. And I said, well, I'm gonna need, I should have brought an easel or something. I'm gonna need to tape off the chalkboard and the chicken wire before we paint it. He's like, well, why don't you it's stapled in the back. He's like, why don't we pull the staples out and pull the stuff out? And I said, no, because I could see me like messing it up, like breaking the chalkboard or messing up the wire trying to pull it out with, no. So then I realized when Priscilla showed her finish, when they released the home for the bungalow. I was ready to say home for the bungalow. The Let It Snow bungalow. Her frame looked much bigger than mine. And I was like, why is hers so much bigger? Well, she explained in that video, here is the original. The original frame is this, okay? She had her son, I think, or her husband, added trim on the outside. So my husband and I had off work all this week. So I said, we need to go get trim. Here's the trim. I'll get up closer in a minute. We go to Home Depot, we buy the trim. This is decorative trim. Let me show you. You can see how it's, yeah. Okay, so we go to Home Depot, we buy the trim. We also buy this spray paint. Rust-Oleum paint and primer in 1 gloss white. Okay. We get home, my husband cuts the trim, he messes up the first piece. Back to Home Depot we go. We get another piece of trim. I help him this time when he's cutting because he said he had trouble holding everything. And we glued it. Gluing, that was another issue. We tried to use hot glue. Couldn't get the hot glue all the way down enough. By the time he got to the end, the top was dry. So we wound up using super glue, if you can believe it. Because Gorilla Glue, we would have had to clamp it, and he didn't have clamps, or we didn't have time for that. So we used super glue and it worked. Then the spraying, painting it. So then that night, we taped off using this blue painter's tape that comes off. Taped up the whole chalkboard, taped up the whole thing. Now, this centerpiece, too, Priscilla had a piece of trim, and I have been looking everywhere. First of all, I ordered a piece on Etsy December 15th, thinking it would get here in plenty of time. December 29th, I didn't have it. December 28th, I didn't have it, and I was freaking out because, first of all, I didn't realize it was coming from Canada. The guy didn't put any tracking on it, and because I messaged him and I was really upset. So I said to my husband, we went to Home Depot, we went to Lowe's. I looked at every craft store, I couldn't find anything. I actually came home and I messaged Priscilla on Instagram, and she said she found hers at Home Depot. I guess her Home Depot is different than mine. I finally went on Amazon and got this piece, this sunlight. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning here. I got this piece and I paid extra to have it overnighted. I mean, I'm a Prime member anyway, but I paid extra so I could get this, and I think it really turned out great. Now, my husband had to shave off the very top of it and the bottom because it hung over, and I didn't want that. So I will link down below this exact trim piece that I got from Amazon because they had a couple different ones, but you got to be careful because of the width and the length, obviously. So we're painting this in my husband's shed with the spray paint. It's not covering that good. We do 2 coats and my husband's like, the next coat of paint, we should go get like a jar of paint and you paint it with a paintbrush. Okay, I'm game. Now this is boring. I mean, this took us 2 full days to get this frame ready. So we went to Michael's because he wanted to go to Michael's, and I wound up getting this Martha Stewart Home Decor Eggshell Finish paint in the color Wedding Cake. 50% off coupon because this was $10. I got it for $5. Painted on there. It's looking good. But here's what we noticed. See all that cracking? Yeah, what we think happened, because this is the original Hobby Lobby frame, what we think happened is there must have been some kind of glaze or treatment on this, and we didn't sand this frame before we painted it. However, I love the cracking, and my husband does too. It's on the whole Hobby Lobby part. I think it gives it character. It looked awesome. So, finally got the frame painted enough. I did 2 more coats. This thing has like 4 coats of paint on it. Because if you saw the picture, the Hobby Lobby frame is brown. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to insert, here's a picture of it taped up with the Hobby Lobby frame, the trim on it, and the centerpiece before we started painting, so you can see the before and after. So I'll insert that here. Okay, now, when we pulled off the tape, you can see, look in there, it didn't come off cleanly, meaning I got paint in areas that I don't want to have paint. I'm anal, like that really bugs me, okay? So here's what I decided. And I told my husband I'm gonna do this. The way Priscilla did hers, you know, the top piece doesn't cover the whole thing, and neither does the bottom piece. You can see some of the chicken wire on either side. I am going to have matte board, and I'm gonna cover it with fabric, because she used like black and white checkered fabric or gingham fabric. I'm gonna do something similar. I'm gonna match it to my fabric though, maybe, or maybe I'll use black and white. I don't know. No, I'll probably not. I'm gonna have the matte board be exactly flush with both of these pieces, so you're not gonna be able to see any chicken wire, any chalkboard, and that will cover these little paint blips. I was so mad when we took that tape off. I said, God damn it. But yeah, so, and how I am going to attach, first off, I'm going to attach the matte board. I will do a video when I finish stitching this and go to finish it on here. I'm going to use spray adhesive, I think, on this. Probably on both pieces, at least for the matte board part. Now for the stitching, I need to actually find a background fabric that will go with any of them, because I also want to stitch the spring one and be able to interchange it like Priscilla did. So I bought some craft magnets, but I think I'm actually going to use my smaller magnets I use for needle minders. But what's nice is Hobby Lobby had these punch metal sheets. These are only, what size are these? 5 by 7. So I'm gonna put one of these, you know, on the back of my, no, maybe not. No, what I need to probably do is put the sheet metal on this, on here, and then put the magnets on the back of my stitched piece, or this on the back of my stitched piece. It'd probably be easier if I did it this way, because that way then I wouldn't have to, I could just put magnets on another piece of stitching. But here and here, because these are magnetic, magnets stick to that, punch metal. So I bought the last 2 they had at Hobby Lobby, at least the Hobby Lobby by me. But yeah. So yeah, this has been quite the project for the past couple days. But I think it's gonna look so awesome, and I'm so happy that Priscilla shared how she did her frame and everything. So yeah, that's gonna look good. Oh my God, it's gonna look good. Okay guys, that's it for today's video. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.